Thai Prime Minister might become Defense Minister, household electricities to be discounted, and Revered Monk turned ladyboy bites back at netizens. All that and more coming up on today's Good Morning Thailand.
Hello, I'm Jay.
I am Natty.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I actually had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hello and good morning. Happy Tuesday to you all. I'm Natty Warisa and I am your host for today because Jay is on errands and he is a buzzy bee buzz. That's his phrase. Anyhow, white camera guys. And we have
Special guest.
Kunjet.
สวัสดีครับ
Yeah.
Great to be here.
Yes, we're very lucky to have you here as well.
Thank you. I'm lucky
Welcome
to
back.
be here too. It's
Yeah, that's
always
right.
a pleasure.
That's right, Jet. I'm confusing the names a little bit, but we have a lot of news today. So let's just quickly start off with a little bit of a clarification for the visa extension.
Yeah, so yesterday I apologize for the confusion. So just to clarify here, for those who have the countries that are under the visa waiver agreement, originally you will get only 30 days visa without having to apply from before. Now you will get 45 days. But those people from the countries that needs visa on arrival, from originally 15 days, you will get 30 days. And that's the quick update. If there is more updates on this issue, you can find out more on the Thaiger website or the embassy website in your respective countries.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for that clarification. Hopefully that clears it all up for you guys. But like Sarah said, if you do need more clarification, do check on Thaiger's website or go to your embassy's website, right?
Yep.
You get it, Jet? Okay, good.
Double check with your embassies always.
Yes. Awesome. All right, let's move into our serious news for today. So apparently, Kun Prayut, he can, if he doesn't get reelected or cannot become a prime minister again, he can still run as a defense minister.
Yeah, so the story here is that actually tomorrow will be the D-Day where he is already in power for 8 years. And according to the law, 8 years is the end. You cannot, be in office for more than 8 years.
Allegedly.
So now, according to Deputy Prime Minister Wisanu Kriyangam, who is also in charge of the legal affairs, said that if the Constitutional Court tomorrow decides that, okay, Prime Minister General Prayut cannot be Prime Minister anymore, he can still be Defense Minister. And so people are wondering, is that possible? Why would he still hold on to power? And this is just an idea that he might become the continue to be a defense minister. So we will not know what will happen until tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the big day, and we will keep you update on this information.
Does anybody
Do you
here
have any comments on this?
want him to continue as prime minister?
Anyone want to take bets? How about-
I'm pretty sure they're not gonna end his term, but we'll see. God knows.
He'll definitely be in the government some way, somehow, is my initial thought. Whether he's prime minister or not, he's going to try to hold on to his sweet seat somewhere.
Yeah,
There's
for
always
sure.
loopholes.
Pulling the strings.
Pulling the strings, yeah.
Do you know that when they wrote this constitution where the upper house, the senators were appointed by the military government, and they fix what it comprises of. It actually comprises former prime ministers and military generals of different branches of the military. So that's a way in the system for people to hold on to power. You have ex-prime ministers and ex-defense ministers already. So it's not a matter of whether he would or not. There's a way right there.
Yeah.
It's laid out in the Constitution that the military bankrolled. So, of course. Yeah, so even if it's not 8 years as prime minister, it'll be someone else pulling the strings.
Exactly.
You know, the old guy back when in the 80s, Prem Tinsulanon, he was prime minister for 8 years, but he was pulling the strings up until he passed away very recently.
Yeah, a
So
few years
there's
ago.
no surprise there.
Yeah, so that won't be the end of Prayut for sure.
Yes, even though 93% of people don't want him to be in
according
the
to a
office
poll.
anymore.
Yeah.
There was a poll out recently. The story is on the Thaiger.com that they found that 93% don't want PM Prayut in the office anymore, but I guess we'll probably still see him, but we don't know. We'll
Keep
find
you
out
updated.
tomorrow, yes. But there are some people who love Kun Prayut very much. This might seem like a non sequitur, but a school in Buriram was burnt down by a desperate man who wanted to, rob the school. And they thought that the best cover up for his robbery was to burn down the entire school.
That's a bit extreme.
Yes, and the punchline of it all is that he only got 500 baht out of the robbery.
After
Isn't that
burning down a building.
an entire school, yes. So
Wow.
the school is called the Wat Kok Jaran Temple School, and it's in Buriram, was set ablaze, and the man who was a suspect in the arson attack left behind a bizarre note saying that, "I love the Prime Minister. I am sorry, I need money." So interpret that as you may, but police are thinking like, is this like a personal plea to the government? Like, please help me, I'm desperate for money. And the police also found that the guy or the girl or whoever did this crime probably knows the school very well because the surveillance cameras were turned off. One was stolen, one was out, and all the footage before the fire came about was deleted. So the person definitely
Well
knew.
planned.
Very well planned. Also, all the locks on the teacher's desk were open, and there was like, how do you call it, like a forced break-in entry, but it was also very clean. So the person definitely knew what he or she was doing.
Except for how much money was in the school.
Exactly.
500
If you
baht.
know so much.
Yeah, it's so sad.
And a love letter to the Prime Minister.
Yeah, and a love letter to the Prime Minister as well.
Did it say what exactly he was trying to rob, like the donation box from the temple?
It didn't say anything, but it did seem like he was turning over tables and looking everywhere. All the cabinets were open, all the locks were broken in, but accumulatively, like all the products that he got only cost about 500 baht.
I mean, all that
is
effort.
So bizarre, like directing all your brain power to the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Maybe he got angry. That's why he burnt the building down.
You know what? I think that's
That's
more of a
possible.
possible. Yeah, and the robbery was a cover up for
Yeah.
his anger.
Maybe.
Oh, Sarah, the
never know.
detective here.
Hates the school, loves Prayut.
Yeah, that's
There you
What a
go.
guy.
What a
Summary of that news.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about household electricity users to get discounts from September to December, and also what we put on the thumbnail, Monk-turned-ladyboy. All right, we'll take a break and we'll come back right after this. Welcome back to Good Morning Thailand. This show is sponsored by Andamana Water Park. I hope I said that right. Andamana Water Park. It's quite a mouthful there. But it's in Phuket, and it's one of the biggest water parks in Southeast Asia. It's definitely the biggest in Thailand. And one of my friends actually went there 3 days in a row, and she still couldn't finish all the rides. That's how big
Wow.
that place is. And if you're wondering, did she spend a lot of money? The thing is, they have a huge promotion right now, and she got in for 550 baht from the original price of 1,000 baht. So I think you should definitely
50%
visit now.
So
off.
that guy robbed the school can go. 500 baht.
Yeah.
One time.
One time.
Yes.
Didn't you and Jay go?
Jay went.
Jay went.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'm so jealous. I'm still waiting
should
for
go.
my time. Yeah, we should go. We
It'll
should
be
all
fun.
go.
Yeah,
We'll
it'll
take
be
Jay
fun.
down there as well.
Let's do it. I think it'll be an awesome episode on Thaiger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. All right, we're going to jump right back into the news. So Sarah has more details on household electricity being discounted.
So on August 15th, so last week, the Office of the Energy Regulatory Commission, or EGAT, announced that they would increase the electricity price to 4.72 baht per unit, which is also all-time high. So now, The government has come out and said that, okay, they agree that this price is quite high and they would subsidize, but only for people or households which use no more than 300 units of electricity per month. They will get a discount of 92 satang per unit starting from September until the end of December this year. However, though, just to clarify here, households which use between 301 to 500 units per month will be given discounts rate on a step-by-step format, ranging from 15% to 75%. So these users account for up to 89% of households users nationwide, or 80% of all users. So that would help a lot of people if it's up to 80%. So I remember you mentioned that during in 2020 where they had a similar campaign by the government, it really helped with the electricity bill as well, right?
Yeah, for sure. Because I actually don't use that much electricity. I use a lot of fans, and
Yeah.
I don't.
You like
wash
hot weather.
You're a candle person, aren't you? The ambiance.
Yes. So actually, my bill got cut from I think about 1,800 down to 200 baht.
Oh wow.
It was a lot.
In
Like
2020.
yes, during the
Ah.
pandemic. So it really helped with my situation. So I hope it'll help a lot more people as well.
Yeah, with smaller households, mean they have like limited income, so this would be a great way of helping them.
So it's
So
almost
that's
like
some
a
good
tax
news.
bracket for electricity, right?
Yeah.
Over here, no, don't pay, discount
Yeah.
up.
Which is
Yeah.
decent, a good way to help people. So that's some good news there.
Definitely some good news.
Moving on.
Moving on to some bizarre news, I suppose. Well, only in Thailand. This is the news that you guys subscribe to. But Monk-turned-ladyboy bites back at netizens questioning how she bought a BMW. So, if you're not Thai or you're not familiar with this person, Prat Maha Prayut is actually a really famous monk, and he became really famous at early 2021 for doing live Facebook preaches.
Yeah.
Apparently he's very funny, and he has also a co-host and they banter, and people can chime in and
Yeah.
get a lot of like how to live your life, the Buddhist way of life, and he's very, very funny. Have you any of you guys listened to any of his?
Yeah, I have before. It was actually really funny, and his angles were directed towards younger audience.
Right.
So when you listen to monks preach, you often think of how boring it is, like heaven, hell, how to live life. But he made it as a joke, but
Right.
not in a disrespecting way, but in a very entertaining way. And it got a lot of young people interested into Buddhist teaching. So that was really good. But then suddenly he was like, okay, no more. I'm tired of this. Like he and his co-anchor or whatever, his friend,
Yes.
got criticized by other monks, especially like the elder monks. And so they decided to leave monkhood, and that's the beginning of it all. Sorry, I'm, I'm
no,
just giving
I love-
a quick
I love-
background.
You're
Do you know why they criticized the guy just for just being
Because
way too funny and
That as well, because it's losing respect, losing credibility for monks. And towards like the end, before he was leaving monkhood, he was like promoting stuff as well. People were sponsoring him with like, okay, let's say drinks, and he has to put it in front of the camera.
Ah, right.
And then it became more of like a transaction deal, and then he got criticized for that. So he
that's
just
the
thought,
one there?
why not?
Was
Yeah,
he
the one
slash she a
in
monk too?
Orange.
no, not that one.
Okay.
But the other one's also a lady boy, just so you guys know.
Ladyboy monks.
Yeah.
Ladyboy
Okay.
Dama.
Continue your story, Natty. Sorry.
No, I love your summary. But anyhow, just very recently, Prat Maha Prayut has now, because he's not in monkhood anymore, he changed his name to Prairie.
Ooh,
Prairie.
cute.
Perry.
No Pra anymore. Kun Prairie.
Prairie.
Yeah. So Miss Perry, and he became a she. He became a lady boy. And not only that, he has also recently bought a 3.6 million baht BMW. So that put a lot of question marks in people's heads. Like, wait, you just came out of monkhood. When you're a monk, you're not supposed to have any possession. How did you get rich so quickly? And how could you pay off a 3.6 million baht car all in one go? He didn't even finance it. He
cash.
just like, okay, I'll pay cash. And people are wondering how. He bit back and he said, well, I work many jobs. I go to many interviews. He gets paid for that. He also apparently sells durian. He sells chili paste and a lot of other trinkets along the way. So he's working hard. Oh, excuse me, she is working hard. She's a working lady, and that's how she was able to afford a BMW.
You're saying from the time when
She left monkhood
left
in
up-
December.
in December till
Last
August,
year.
8
Now.
months,
Yes.
amassed 3.6 million baht.
Maybe she
Or
invested
more.
in crypto. Who knows? Like,
No,
we
but
don't
like-
know.
Gosh, we're in the wrong industry, girls. We need to do a different kind of talk show.
I mean, for events and stuff, I think he could like make 50,000 baht per event. So
Yes,
he just went on like hundreds, I think.
You know, speaking of events here, if the guest is very well known, they can get paid up to like hundreds of thousands of baht.
Exactly. So I think it's people are just trying to question you when you're successful always. It's always like that, you know. And he actually gave a really good reason to why he was willing to pay cash, because he was saying that he was spending so much time in his car and that he would prefer to have a good car as it's like his second home. And I think that's fair. So yeah, so let him live.
Right.
He earned it.
I don't know, like I find this news, like a lot of people would find this news kind of bizarre, but I
Yeah.
find like this is normal human life. Sometimes you just go through life and then you go through changes, right? Like people progress in different ways. Maybe this is
Yeah.
not the most normal way ever, but it's not that big of a deal. I feel like maybe you entered monkhood at a certain period and then you were there for he was there for like over 20 years,
Yeah.
and then he was like,
Really?
yes,
Yeah.
and then he was like, maybe this is not the life that I want anymore, and then he found himself.
That's Buddhism itself.
It's Buddhism
Everything
itself.
changes all the time. Nothing is fixed.
Nothing is permanent.
Yes, nothing is permanent.
She might become a he again in 5 years
knows?
and be a monk again. Who knows?
There are cases though
I
when
was about to say, yeah, that there are cases like that they turn into a lady boy or like a girl turn into a tomboy and then they turn back.
Yeah, as long as you keep it. You know,
True.
Otherwise, you can't
Otherwise
have
it's
it back.
permanent.
Yeah.
right. But you know what is permanent?
What is?
Our break.
Yes.
We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna invite the voice of God to answer some of your feedbacks and comments right after this.
Conversation and have your voice heard. Discuss the issues, share information, and get information. Thaiger Talk is where you keep in touch with everything Thailand. Go to thethaiger.com/talk.
And we're back. And I would like to invite now the voice of God. Enter the chat, please.
Hello.
Yay.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so we have our first few comments from the PM Prayut story. Right, so PG Santa said, why is this dude hanging on so tightly? More importantly, why is the Thai power structure so supportive of him clinging to power?
Ooh,
It's complicated.
Because it's rigged.
It's
The
rigged.
It's in the Constitution. All 250 unelected senators vote for the prime minister. That's how he became prime minister to begin with.
And there's a deeper issue behind this that
There
I'd
are
rather not
deeper
discuss
issues
as well.
that are worse than saying the green plant word.
Exactly.
Yes.
There you go.
But you know what? Welcome to politics. It's not just Thailand, it's everywhere.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If you look at the deep state, I mean, it's the same.
Oh wow, we're gonna go around
Yeah.
along this politics road.
Text symbol said Jet would make a good PM.
you would
Would you?
actually.
2.5, yes, I
Yeah.
would make a great
Yeah.
No. But would
up everyone's noses.
would you ever consider getting
No.
into politics?
No way. Oh, but who knows? Buddhism, things may
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta be humble and surprise everyone.
Yeah. I think being in politics is dangerous in a way. Like you kind of have to conform. Like it's very hard to break out. Like I have a lot of respect for Kun Chad because he actually does not go too much according to the status quo. Like he kind of stands his ground a bit, and that's very respectable.
I also appreciate the transparency via all his live streams.
Yeah.
You go.
It's a
Chat.
breath of fresh air and
The
all this
change
smoke
we
and
want to
mirrors.
see.
Yeah.
Right.
PG Santa responded to your response, Jet, and he
Oh.
said that he understands that that it's rigged, right? But you'd think they'd have a successor lined up instead of risking chaos.
The successors are all those deputies.
Oh.
They're deputies for a reason. They want to eventually
Become someone.
become the man on the
But
hot seat.
Anutin already said that he
Exactly.
wants to
There's
become the next
Anutin.
prime minister, and who knows? More
Mr.
people.
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
I think we can give up like trying to hide that word because
Yeah.
we did pretty well in the.
No, I said it like 50 times.
Oh yeah, that's what
Yeah,
everyone
now you-
commented
Now we
on.
can say.
Fine.
Yeah. Now we can say.
I mean, technically, like we can, because YouTube says if you're saying it in a journalistic context, it's fine. It's just a stupid automatic bot is doing it automatically, and it's just a pain in the butt to appeal, right?
Yeah.
Just avoid it entirely. But it seems like it's improved. It hasn't really demonetized this recently.
Yeah, actually.
Very recently.
Okay, so you mentioned what's that? The Bangkok governor, like briefly a while ago. Franco7 said that the new government of Bangkok seems to be different to most politicians. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. For the same reasons that I gave before. Like, yeah, he's a refreshing face. His actions are great.
Yeah. Okay, we had a few comments to the monk becoming a ladyboy and buying a BMW. Sick Puppy said, when you were wondering how did he have money to purchase a really luxurious car, Sick Puppy said the monk had all day to track his stocks at the temple
Huh.
because he thinks that the monk was investing in crypto.
maybe.
Could be. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Although that would
Uh,
kind of break the monkhood.
Steady head from all that meditating. Yes.
Stefan said, I wonder if she paid taxes.
Ooh.
I'm sure she does.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you are a normal citizen, then you should be paying taxes.
It's only been this year, not yet.
Ah, that is true.
He'll
Not
get
yet.
a bill.
She.
Gilles get a bill next year.
Yes.
PG Santa said, nothing screams piety like a new BMW.
And nothing screams what?
Piety.
Piety.
Piety. What does that word mean, actually?
Religiousness.
Oh, okay.
Religiousness. Yeah.
We didn't get any other comments from the other stories. Most of the people were more interested with PM Prayut and the
And
monk
Jet.
becoming a ladyboy.
Jet.
And
To
Jet.
say more
They were
about
really excited to see Jet back.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I'm just a novelty. I mean, if I come on too often, the glow will fade out.
That's not true.
Yeah,
We
that's
all
not
love you,
true.
Jet.
Oh, thank you.
Let's take some of the viewers' comments then.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll address this one. Kun Sick Puppy. Natty's Fress goes well with that awful table. What does that mean? Clarify
Fress.
yourself. Yeah, Fress with the F.
Dress. Dress.
Maybe
because
dress.
Yeah.
Dress goes well with the table.
I know. I was making fun of him.
Yeah.
Anyhow. Sure. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment anyways. Let's see. Jet will never be a mall. He cannot live
monk.
without his hair. Sick Puppy, you need a grammar check. You need a word check yourself a little
That's
bit.
the ultimate test of renunciation. If I can renounce all the
Sorry, I'm just taking a
cosmetic
dig.
additions.
Taking a dig at Sick Puppy. You're cool. You're cool.
Yeah,
lots
I
of
see all these
Cornell.
old faces in green, right? Mike, PG Santa. Shout out to all of you. Sick Puppy, you're always here. Tech
Yeah.
symbol too. Gee, I wonder where you're from, Tex.
By the way, just in case you guys didn't know, did you know that we're having a competition? A t-shirt competition.
Oh yes.
that?
Did you know that?
You're not aware.
Is it the T-shirt,
Yeah, the
Tiger
tiger
or you
t-shirt.
or you win a T-shirt?
No.
No,
You
you
might
design.
win- Yeah, you design a t-shirt. So
Oh.
you can actually submit 2 of your best designs to bites at thetiger.com
By this Friday.
by this Friday to win some awesome prizes. And one of the
Wow.
prizes, am I allowed to tell them what prize?
Yeah, yeah. I
But-
posted
Jay
it.
already
I
said.
Oh,
posted
he
it.
did? Like, it's pretty awesome. Like, you get a couple nights at the Sheraton, I think.
Phuket.
Yeah, 4-point
Phuket.
Sheraton at Phuket.
Really?
Which is
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Wow.
Along other trinkets.
Ooh. Are you excited
gonna-
now? You look excited now.
Mm.
So, if you haven't submitted your designs yet, please do so. You have about 4 more days.
We're excited to see.
Yeah. And you want to help us pick out the winner?
I mean, how are you judging it?
There's
based
a
on
panel.
There's a panel.
Okay.
The panel.
What? Really? Are we
Not
doing
us
it
though. I
live?
don't think
No,
so.
no. We're not doing it live.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can help.
Yes, that is correct. All right, guys, I don't want to drag it on for too long. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I know it's a little bit short, but yeah, thank you so much for tuning in and watching us on this very Tuesday. And also, thank you. A
Thank you,
special
Jet.
thank yous
Thank you.
for Jet and also Sarah,
Thank you.
Shy, Hot, and the voice of God Carmel
Thank
behind the
you.
buttons. All of you three. And we'll see you tomorrow with Jay tomorrow. All right. Bye.
Bye.